Welcome to Knugget, the children's podcast of bite-sized stories. Pippa and the Callingbird's game of telephone. Life in Bumbleshire had taken an unexpected twist ever since Percy the Pigeon, now actually revealed to be Pierre, joined Pippa the Panda's quirky crew. The fry-loving bird had charmed everyone and introduced Pippa to a surprising secret. He had connections. One lazy afternoon, as Pippa and Pierre were munching on fries by the park fountain, Pierre suddenly perked up, his feathers fluffing out like an alarm had gone off. "What's wrong, Pierre?" Pippa asked. "Whew, nothing is wrong," Pierre replied in his usual dramatic flair. "But I just remembered Marigold. I know her. We have mutual friends. Callingbirds, to be precise." Pippa's ears perked up. Wait. You're telling me you're friends with Marigold's friends? This town is smaller than I thought. Pierre nodded grandly. Mais oui, we're part of a very exclusive communication circle. We call ourselves the 4 Callingbirds. Pippa laughed. Isn't that a name of a holiday song? A little of both, Pierre said with a wink. Eager to learn more, Pippa asked Pierre to invite his feathered friends over. Pierre flew off, leaving a flurry of glittery feathers because Benny the bee had insisted on bedazzling him earlier. Within the hour, 3 birds arrived, each more eccentric than the last. Clementine the canary, a golden chatterbox who could mimic any sound. Gus the grackle, a grumpy, shiny blackbird who had an inexplicable love for riddles. And then there was Darla the dove, a cousin of Marigold and a bird with a penchant for dramatic storytelling. Pierre introduced them with a flourish. "And together we are the 4 Callingbirds." "Why calling?" Pippa asked. "Because we play the ultimate game of telephone," Clementine chirped. "And you, dear Pippa, are about to witness greatness." The game was simple, or so Pippa thought. One bird would whisper a message, and it would pass from beak to beak until it circled back to the start. But with these flamboyant personalities, simple didn't last long. Clementine started. "The moon is bright, and the stars are dancing," she whispered to Gus, who grumbled, "Too sappy," and changed it to, "The spoon is fighting the dish at a disco." Darla added, "And they're waltzing on a banana peel." By the time it reached Pierre, he announced, "The loon is writing a fishy romance novel with a peel." Pippa doubled over with laughter. "That wasn't even close. Do you always mess it up this much?" "Of course. It's the fun of it," Clementine chirped. As the game continued, Darla let slip, "Oh, Marigold used to play this with us. She always added flair." "Wait," Pippa interrupted. "So Marigold knows all of you?" "Knows us. She's practically our leader. Though she always makes us stick to the actual message. Where's the fun in that?" Pierre sighed dreamily. "Marigold, she is perfection, no? Graceful, intelligent, the opposite of Gus." "Hey," Gus snapped, though he didn't deny it. "Well, why don't you invite her to the next game?" Pippa suggested. Darla fluffed her feathers. "We would, but she's always off on grand adventures. You never know when she'll be back in Bumbleshire." To celebrate their successful chaos-filled game, Pippa brought out an enormous basket of fries for the birds. "Now you're speaking my language," Pierre said, diving in. "Careful not to play telephone with this," Pippa teased, "or I'll end up hearing the flies ate the fries and danced on pies." As the birds cooed and cawed and chirped in delight, Pippa realized how much she loved the quirky chaos her feathered friends brought to her life. And though Marigold wasn't there, Pippa felt like part of the flock already. Because whether through games of telephone or sharing a snack, the 4 calling birds and their honorary panda proved one thing: laughter is the best connection of all. That's all for today's episode of the Knugget Podcast, the children's podcast with bite-sized stories just for you. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a nugget-sized tale. Thanks for listening, friends. Until next time, keep your imaginations big and your hearts even bigger. Bye-bye.